Hello. In today's demo video, we're going to take a look at SAP Field Service Management. In terms of the demo, we're going to start out with a customer requesting service on an asset. We're going to then shift to planning and scheduling the work. We're going to shift to the technician who executes the mobile work, and then finally review the completed work. Let's start with the customer who is requesting service. We'll start the demo using the customer self-service application. In this case, I need some service, and I'm guided by an interactive chatbot that helps me determine the service that needs to be executed so I can send this information directly over to the service provider. In this case, I'm going to add a little bit of information describing the problem. I'll say that the transformer is overheating, and then I can also add a description. In this case, I'll say it stopped working today at 11:05 a.m. Furthermore, I can upload more items like photos, videos, etc. In this case, I'll attach a photo of the transformer that's not working, so I can attach this to the service request and this will go to the provider. I confirm the address. In this case, I can select my preferred time slot. Let's say Monday, August 22nd at 8 a.m. I'm going to check and send, confirm all the details. I confirm everything looks good, and I'm going to confirm and send this over to the service provider. I get a message that confirms that my service request is being processed, and now we're going to move over to planning and scheduling. As a planner scheduler, I have a couple different options when it comes to how I want to work with the service calls. The first is direct manual planning. This allows me to do things like drag and drop, assign to, unassigned to, etc. There's also assisted planning, which allows me to find best matching technicians based on criteria such as who can get there the quickest, who has the right skills, etc. And furthermore, automatic scheduling and optimization, which allows customers to define business rules which best match their needs. I start off on my planning board, and here I can see the service request that just came in with the transformer overheating. I can see all the information that came from the customer, and I can upload a quick condensed view of this activity where I can view all the general information such as like what's the subject, where's the location of the work that needs to be performed, are there any skills that need to be assigned to complete the work, are there tools, reserved materials, any forms, any attachments, journals, history, etc. So here I can have a comprehensive view of the activity, any changes that have been made, work, etc. And then when I close this. In this case, I'm going to say this looks good. It's been automatically assigned to the technician Ryan Jones, and I'll release this, and I can see in the bottom right-hand corner that my assignment's been released. Another important aspect of planning and scheduling in field service management is the ability to do so directly off of a map. Here we can see I can filter to things like my activities, technicians, equipment, as well as view Ryan's route here directly on the map. So here I can see things like his travel time, as well as the distance associated with his route. So on the map here, I can also see that there's an activity nearby. So I'm going to see if I can assign this to Ryan by drilling into his calendar for the day. When I go drill into his calendar, I can see he has a gap in the afternoon. So I'm going to drag and drop this onto Ryan's calendar to fill this slot. So I fill that up, and then automatically the system will recalculate his travel time and distance for the day. We'll start now with the technician who has just received notice by SMS that there's some work to be performed. I could also receive an email. In this case, I've received an email that pushes the work to me with the corresponding service assignment and the location. I can see here if I have any further questions, I know who to contact. As well, I can see the activity details directly here within the SAP Field Service application. Now shifting gears to the customer has also been informed via email that a technician has been assigned and will quickly be dispatched. Going back to the FSM mobile application from the perspective of the technician, I can see all of the relevant work that's assigned to this service call. Here on the application, I could be working on online, offline. I have access to things like work instructions, manuals, as well as the tools that are needed. Particularly here, I'm going to be working with a torque wrench and a fiberglass ladder, so I'll confirm that I have those in my truck. As well, I can see the reserve materials that are coming from the bill of materials. When I'm ready, I'm going to accept the work. So this is going to indicate that I am ready to proceed to the next step, which is to start traveling. I tell the system that I'm ready to start traveling, and this is going to pull up an interactive map. So I can follow the directions directly on here, the map, and we'll assume I get to the customer site, I do a quick check, and we'll say that I'm ready to get to work. Here, I'm going to indicate any efforts. Now, particularly here, the efforts are going to be indicated as chargeable travel. So I've indicated this is chargeable to the customer. So here in the next section of the demo, we're going to return to the customer self-service portal. So as the customer who's requested the service, I can see that the technician is work. I can also view the full history of the job, such as when Ryan started to travel, when he's begun the work, and any other additional information. Going forward, we're going to return back to wearing the hat of the field technician. So here on the activity screen, I can see that there's some forms that need to be completed. This one is specific to the transformer that was overheating, and we're going to go in and follow the form and all its instructions. Here in the table, we're prompted that we need to go in and actually take some measurement points. So we take these readings, and this will integrate back into the ERP to update the measurement points. Furthermore, I'm prompted to go and execute some subsequent operations, such as confirming that the area is secure, it's been troubleshooted and repaired, I've closed the papers and secured the areas. As well, I could equally go in, add attachments such as photos and videos. In this case as well, there's a signature required. So I'll put in my initials as well as type my full name, and then I can close off the form. So I'm going to get a prompt, say I've completed the smart form, and now I'm going to consume the materials that were on this activity. So I record all the materials that have been used, and this is updated on the activity. From here, furthermore, I could go in and do things like add defect codes, etc. But in this case, I'll say that everything's okay and go in and confirm my efforts. Like last time, we're going to mark this as chargeable and charge this directly to the customer. Upon completing the work, a service report is automatically generated. This has things like the hours worked, the materials that have been consumed, and also here on this report, we're going to ask for a customer signature. So we grab the customer signature here, I confirm that, and now we're ready to go back and review the completed work. We're going to start here internally from the planner scheduler, who can see up here that service call 192 has been completed by Ryan Jones and that all work has been completed. Furthermore, if I go and click on the activity, we can see that this has been closed after about 22 minutes. So if I also navigate here on the side pane bar, I can navigate to the activity details, where this is going to contain some attachments, and directly here on the attachments, this actually has the checklist as well as the service assignment, where I can go in and view the PDF. Now we're going to return to the customer, who's also going to equally see that this work has been completed on their side. So we can follow the workflow there, where we can see the service request has been completed. And likewise, the PDF with the service report will also be made available to the customer. So much like the PDF that we just saw that was generated directly from the mobile device, this is what goes back to the customer and is available internally on the planning board. To summarize, in this video, you should have seen how SAP Field Service Management can drive outcomes for companies such as help increase first-time fix rates, increase service levels and productivity, decrease maintenance and service costs, and additionally increase revenue from services. Here are just a couple examples of what some of our customers have actually achieved in quantifiable benefits after implementing our SAP Field Service Management solution. Thank you very much for taking a couple of minutes to watch today's demo video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me directly.